Washington. Welcome back to the Cobra Den. We have an amazing thing to talk about with you today. But before we get to it, we're going to introduce our guests. And like always, we have a good icebreaker to go ahead and speak about it. We're going to ask today, choose a logo that best represents you and then explain why. I'm going to go ahead and go first like I usually do because I'm selfish. My logo is the Arby's logo because it's a big hat. And I love big hats. I love hats in general, but I really love big hats. This isn't a big hat, but you know what I mean. All right? Anybody want to start? Just go ahead and say your major and then say your logo and why. Go ahead, Jordan.
Y'all start.
Name's Jordan. Psych major, art minor. I guess my logo would be KFC because I like chicken and I like suits.
All right. Yeah.
So, my name is Kendra Kennedy. I'm a graphic design major, and for my logo, I probably have to go with the Amazon logo because it's quite creative how they have the arrow going from A to Z because they have everything from A to Z.
Yeah, that's clever. That's clever.
Well, I'm Bailey. I'm an interdisciplinary studies major, and my logo is Chick-fil-A because I like Chick-fil-A, and Cow Days is fun when they also have free Chick-fil-A.
That's right. That's right. Yes, Chick-fil-A is good. And I like the Amazon logo, too, because it looks like a smile. It looks like a fake smile. Yeah, I like that. I mess with the Amazon logo. But today, we're going to be talking about something that every college student goes through at some point, trying to decide if their major is right for them. And for the undecided majors, what do you do exactly? And this is something that I never ran into actually because I came in to do theater and that's what I did, and I never had any questions of changing. But I'm not the best person to speak about this, but I'm sure it's not the same with you guys. So I mean, let's start with like how did you find your major and when like what time?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Well, this is actually a really good subject because my first year at Coker, I spent undecided.
Okay.
Because I had no idea what I wanted to do. But after toying with social work and then going to talk with Dr. Bailey about biology and realizing, I would have 2 extra years if I wanted to do that then. I talked to Dr. Klemek, and she talked to me about interdisciplinary studies, and it allows me, with that major specifically, to blend 2 disciplines to go along with what I want to do, which is occupational therapy.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
cool.
What about you guys? How do you find your majors?
I was undecided for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And decided I would go into art, and then I switched to psychology because I feel like that suits me better.
Oh, okay. So you came in undecided.
Went to art. And then
When did you choose psychology? Like when? Around what?
sophomore year.
Sophomore year?
Yeah.
So what was wrong with art? Just a lot?
Go to Kendra.
Okay.
Well, when I first came here, I know I wanted to do art, but I wasn't sure what part of art to do. So my freshman year, when I started doing like 2D design, my graphic 1 design class, I started to like really learn about the graphic design aspect, and so that's when I slowly eased myself into the graphic design major that I am today.
Okay.
And there's even times now where I do go back and think, well, what if I was a fine arts major? Like, would I enjoy it as much as I enjoyed my graphic design? But for now, I feel pretty solid with my graphic design majors.
Okay. And you said so did you? Did I miss? Do you have that coming in? Did you
Graphic
think of
design? No,
Okay.
I did not.
Oh, you started. Oh, so you started. You knew you wanted to do art, but you
But I didn't
okay.
know which section of art
Okay.
to.
So how did you find graphic design?
Well, that's when my graphic design 1 class and the stuff we were doing there, I really loved it. It was instant love. And so when I talked to the professor more about it and I learned more about it, that's when my love for it grew more and more. And that's how I decided that graphic design was what I wanted to go for.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. So everybody spent a time though, except for me. Everybody spent a time being undecided. So
To brag about it, Isaiah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, okay, it's great. All right, it's great. No, but I mean, so in the time that you guys were undecided, were you scared or were you nervous about like, oh man, I'm never gonna figure this out? Or did you kind of have like a laid back feeling about it?
Well, for me personally, I had more of a laid back feel too, because it's like I knew I wanted to do art, and if I had any more problems or need to make another decision, I knew I had professors there that would help me go for that decision, you know. So it didn't feel like I was stuck alone because the professors were there. Then I had other classmates that I could just go up to and ask them questions and see, should I go for this? Should I go for this? You know, so I wasn't nervous and I wasn't scared. I was just more laid back because I knew, you know, I had people there that I can ask questions about and get more information about,
Definitely.
you know, the major that I'm for today.
Definitely. Okay. What about you guys?
I know there's anxiety that comes with it because, oh no, I'm in college and I don't know what I want to do.
Yes.
And I have a limited time to figure out what I want to do. But with Coker and the liberal arts program, there's courses that you can take to figure out, like you can go like psychology, sociology, even theater and dance and art, that you can figure out things. And with the even in English, taking English 101, and you're like, oh wow, I really love this. I mean, you can easily figure out what you want to do just
Definitely.
with all the other things they have to offer.
Definitely, yes. That's the great thing about liberal arts education, is that even if you don't want to, like you have to take classes in in different things. And I mean, sometimes that ends up paying off because you go into a class thinking that you I'm gonna hate this, and then you go into it and then you find a new passion, you find a new love. I mean, nobody wants to just do one thing forever. You know, you're gonna have other interests and stuff like that. So being able to take a class on it while you're in school is a pretty cool opportunity. Yeah. So Jordan, how about you in terms of?
I wasn't nervous necessarily, but I was a little shaken up about it.
Yeah.
And then I got it together pretty quickly, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what would be your advice for, I mean, in terms of like for laid back people who are undecided, but they don't have like a drive to really figure it out? What would you say? Do you feel better now knowing what you want to do, or was it better being undecided?
It's kind of all right to be undecided. I feel like freshman year, you don't want to stick with it past that. The switching, figuring out what you want to do later is rough.
Yeah.
So like maybe get here, have your first classes, see how you feel about that, and then kind of decide, unless you know for a fact what you're really passionate about.
Definitely. Because I mean, you have to take general education classes anyway.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I did have an undecided period, that time would definitely be during that time. And then once you really find something that you like latch onto, then it's easy to get going and get there. So I mean, are the majors? This is gonna be very deep. Are the majors that you guys are in? Is it something that you are really passionate about, or are you mainly thinking about just job opportunities? Either one is okay. But in terms of so to give an example, I mean, I'm a theater major, not guaranteeing that will give me a whole bunch of money in the future, but it's something that I couldn't imagine doing anything else, so I don't have any interest of going into anything else. You know what I mean? But for some people, having a job and that job security is good, so that they can use that to pursue other interests in the future. So are you guys running off of passion, or are you running off of security?
For me personally, completely passion. I am blending biology and psychology, which are two science and social sciences that I completely love. I've loved the whole ordeal, and occupational therapy is just something that I've toyed with, I've had internships with, and I just love it.
Okay, yeah, you gotta be passionate about that.
But
That's
like
difficult.
interdisciplinary, yes, but interdisciplinary studies as a whole, like you could just blend anything if you don't want to be confined to one strict major. Like nothing against just doing what you love and just your major, but like you can take different aspects from different majors and combine it to pursue something else that maybe Coker doesn't have to offer.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Same.
What about you guys?
Talk to
Passion.
Dr. Clement.
Well, for me, art is strictly passionate for me because I've been doing it since I was young, So it's like I never lost that passion as I grew up, and then when I came here, the passion just got bigger, and then it just turns into pure love. And there is something to be said where even though you are passionate about something, there is very high chance that you will not get that job but you shouldn't just give up just because it seems like that job isn't obviously out there. Because if you love something and you put it out there for people to see and enjoy, they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh, well, this person's really passionate about what they do, so why don't I give them a shot and hire them, So just because you don't go to the major that you feel like you're passionate about doesn't mean, you should give up what you actually love.
Definitely. I like that.
For me, it's like too hard to decide. That's kind of why art's still a minor for me. So I'm really passionate about both, and I can't tell which one I'm more passionate about.
Yeah, I think that is good too. I mean, doing both, what I mean? Like, I'll get my security and but, great thing about passions is that passions are fun. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will be having fun on spring break because it's coming soon. Remember to be safe out there, man. Make sure you're safe. And have a good time, have a great time, be with your friends and get the rest that you need and come back for the next part of the semester. But stay safe. That's the important thing. You have to make it back to the next part of the semester. So, you need to be good with that. Gospel Choir is having an event, their second annual Black History Month concert. It is on February 28th, and I'm sure it will be fantastic, and they want to see all of you there, so make sure that you go to it. Anything you guys want to plug? Any clubs?
Come to All Time Gaming. We meet here in the Den on Wednesdays at 6.
Yes, come to the studio.
We have games. Please come.
Yes, come to the studio. Come to the studio.
Also, come to Tabletop Gaming every night from 6 to 11 every Friday at Cobra Den.
That's right.
Always.
That's right. That's right. You guys play Monopoly?
Yes.
You play Monopoly?
Yes, we do.
I'll be there. Come challenge me. I'm the Monopoly king. Okay? Nobody can beat me in Monopoly. That's just facts. Okay? I'm just being honest. Okay. But back to this. Just to close. I'm being honest. I'm the Monopoly king. Okay? Nobody's messing with me in Monopoly. But in terms of your majors, in terms of being undecided and go forth, is there anything that you guys want to say to people who are undecided and have watched this and they're still like, I still don't know. And I'm still going to find out. Is there any positive words of encouragement that you guys want to give them?
You're going to want to find out as soon as possible.
Like, no pressure, but do feel comfortable talking with professors. Even your undecided professor is there to help you and direct you in some way to help you figure out what you want to do. So.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. That's what I'd say too. Go and speak to your professors. They're there to help you, there to talk to you about this type of stuff, and use your resources. You're paying for college, you're paying for this school, so use them. Don't sit in your room and feel like you're alone and you don't know what to do. There are people here who are being paid to help you with that. Yeah. So get that help. Get that help, definitely. But I think that's all the time we have. Thank you guys for coming. This has been a great conversation, and thank you for listening. We will see you next time on the Cobra Den.